everyone, Jeannie Jaworski here. I was playing around on ChatGPT the other day and found something that I thought was really useful and I wanted to share with you all. So about a year ago, I shared a post on LinkedIn that talked about the specific translations of my higher education skill set that I did for my career change into customer success in the tech industry. And so in this post, I talked about the importance of making that translation because the people that you're speaking to in your new or hopefully new industry only speak their language, which is what their company is in, what their industry is in. And so it's your responsibility to translate your higher education experience into that new language. But one of the main challenges is that if we're not super fluent in that new language, it's a lot harder to do. So of course, the burden on us is to be able to learn that new language. And I've talked about before that I think the inbound certification offered by HubSpot is a great way to do that. It takes about 2 hours. It's free. As you're going through the inbound certification, you will hear a whole bunch of things. It's like, yep, this is what I did in higher ed. Great. So use the language that they're talking about in describing those and put that in your resume. But anyway, digress. With this post, I talked about these specific translations I did. So the advising and admissions team in a higher ed context became the customer success and sales team in a tech context. Study abroad inquiries from a higher ed context became global program leads in a tech or even business industry experience. So this is an old post on LinkedIn. You can find it. It's actually pinned on my profile. So what I did was I took these translations I did, and I told ChatGPT, here are a few specific translations I did to frame my past experience as relevant for customer success in the tech industry. And then I gave them this exact content from LinkedIn. And then I said, create a list of 10 similar translations for someone who's transitioning from a university resident hall director to a customer success manager position in tech. And then it gave me this. So I have never worked in res life, so you might have to see if it's not going to be perfect, right? And this is not like, hey, take this, copy, paste it. But it should help you start thinking about some other language that you can use as you reframe your experience. So the examples that it gives here is resident hall programming becomes customer engagement activities. I agree. That's a great translation for you to be able to use. Student concerns and conflicts, customer complaints and escalations. Yep. Great. That's great. So I won't go through all of these, but I just want to show you how this is one way that you can use the work I already did in LinkedIn, use that exactly. And like I said, I never was a resident hall director, but now using my example, you're able to get a whole new list of options just for that position. I kept going and I said, now do the same, but for a higher education student activities coordinator who is transitioning to a community manager position in the tech industry. So this is a new position and a new target position. So here are some of the ones that it gave. Student activities and events equals community engagement activities and events. Yep, great. Let's jump and see. Managing and overseeing student activities budgets, managing and overseeing community program budgets. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have been able to do that on your own, but it's just giving ideas here of different ways that you can utilize this. I did it again with the higher education Greek life coordinator transitioning to a corporate DEI position. Here are some suggestions. Fraternity and sorority chapters could be DEI employee resource groups. Sure. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, some of these seem really, really simple, but ChatGPT has a lot of options for you to then refine and say, okay, now change it and do it this way. And so this is just one thing. If you're stuck and you're like, I cannot do this translation on my own, go ahead and try this, see what it comes out with, and at least maybe it'll hopefully get you thinking of different ways to talk about this. Looks like I did one more that was an academic advisor who's transitioning to tech sales. Academic advising, it's calling it sales consultation and support. Sure, absolutely. Let's see. Academic probation and dismissal advising equals customer success issue resolution management. Okay, I'll buy it. So anyway, just wanted to share this with you all. Hope it's helpful. Good luck in your search.